What important laws were passed during the Progressive Era? Have you ever wondered how the Progressive Era shaped modern America? This period, from the late 19th century to the early 20th century, was filled with transformative laws. Let's take a closer look at some of the key legislation that emerged during this time, particularly under the influence of Theodore Roosevelt and the evolving Republican Party. One of the earliest and most significant laws was the Sherman Antitrust Act, passed in 1890. While it came before the Progressive Era's peak, it laid the foundation for later legislation. The Clayton Antitrust Act of 1914 followed, along with the Federal Trade Commission Act of 1914. These laws aimed to regulate large corporations and ensure fair competition in the marketplace. Another major change was the introduction of federal income tax through the 16th Amendment, ratified in 1913. This marked a shift in tax policy, allowing the government to collect taxes based on individual income. It was a significant move towards more progressive taxation, impacting how the government funded its operations. The 17th Amendment, ratified in 1913, brought about direct election of senators. This reduced the power of state legislatures and increased democratic participation. It aimed to make the electoral process more transparent and accountable, addressing concerns about corruption and fraud. Labor rights also saw advancements during this era. Progressives advocated for better working conditions and labor laws. Although not all proposed legislation passed, the groundwork was laid for future reforms. Issues like child labor and workplace safety became focal points for reformers, leading to more comprehensive labor laws in the years that followed. The Republican Party experienced internal conflict during the Progressive Era. Theodore Roosevelt's progressive policies, including trust-busting and civil service reform, represented a shift from traditional Republican values. However, these reforms aligned with the party's ideals of fairness and competition, particularly in enforcing antitrust laws. The split within the Republican Party became evident with the formation of the Progressive Party in 1912. This highlighted the tension between traditional conservatives and progressive reformers. Despite these divisions, many of the laws passed during this time have had lasting effects on American society and the economy. The Progressive Era was a time of significant legal and social reforms. The laws enacted during this period continue to influence contemporary American politics and society. Understanding this era helps us appreciate the evolution of the Republican Party and the ongoing impact of these important laws.